Welcome back. This is episode 3 in our franchise series here on the YouTube side of things. This is your host, Sammy33, and we are talking Saturday night baseball, or afternoon baseball, whatever you want to call it. We struggled hitting the ball. Probably not a surprise if you were watching. It was rough between Byrne, Strasburg, and Scherzer. We definitely had our hands full. A couple of games with 2 hits. Somehow we managed to win one. How? Let's take a look, shall we? Let's look and see what happened for the Cardinals in the 6 games that we played. First up, the series opener against Milwaukee. Edmund puts a little bit of a drive in the ball late in the game. It will not clear the wall, but it does score a run. The Cardinals do go up 2-1, and as you can see here, the Cardinals win 2-1. 2 hits. Yeah, it was really rough. First game I've ever played in MLB The Show, no RBI hit, a ground out, and a sac fly. Then we go to the second game. Keston, hitless in the series up to this point. You can sense the despair. He puts them up 1-0 late.
Another home run.
Yeah.
I mean, they've had every other kind of hit today but one, so.
A lot of hits for Milwaukee. Lots of hits for Milwaukee. But able to dance in and out of trouble all game.
Hitless in the series and
unable to do it there.
Anymore.
And you have the Milwaukee Brew Crew taking the second game. So the series is split going into the finale.
074.
Now, the finale. After combining for 4 hits through 2 games, in the first inning, Carp up to bat.
Carp! Oh, yes. Let's go. Finally, some offense, some life in this really bad lineup right now.
Do it now. And with the lead, Nolan Arenado up to bat, and the pitch. A drive to left, and Nolan, another home run for the new Cardinal.
Oh, yes.
So a 2-run shot to left center, second home run early in the year, and with it, the Cardinals have increased their lead 4-0.
The Cardinals do take that game. They win 4-0, and we shift to the Nats. The Machine, who has struggled up to this point in the season, a clutch RBI double gives the Cardinals an early lead.
Perfect, and Albert drives in the opening run of the game. Thank you, Albert.
And tuning in later, same game, late lead, Pujols up to bat.
Albert Pujols, 2 runs batted in for the Machine. Let's go. Nice to see. Maybe that bat's starting to wake up a little bit.
Hitting under 100 with some grease. Albert comes up with 2 runs batted in. The Cardinals take the series opener, get the win over Joe Ross. Even Pujols Molina goes deep. Up next,
Sorry, Jack, that one's on me.
And we can see the sac fly. So you see the score 1-0, now 2-0. And Scherzer, not a very exciting game, trust me. The Nats win. Max dominates. Close by score, but never was in it. Scherzer was dominant.
One in extras, and then I blew a save the first game of the season.
And after the split, Turner gets the Nats going early. Nolan gives the Cardinals an early lead. They'll take the lead against Steven Strasburg.
I think that's the wrong thing, game. You're trying to trick me there. Yikes.
And after going to extras, a fielding blunder leads to the first run.
Unbelievable, man. It just cost me an opportunity. Oh well, whatever. 5 and 7.
You can see the frustration. You know that L's coming. We give up the second run, and the Nats take the win in the series. So now the Cardinals sit at 5 and 7. But let's take a look around the league at some other stuff. Heading to the nation's capital, you have the Nats beating the Arizona Diamondbacks 5-3. Corbin with the win, Weaver with the loss. You see Marte and Cabrera both with home runs. A 2-run by Marte, Cabrera with a solo shot. Their 3 runs. Marte with the home run in the first to put them up. Then Cabrera late to try to bring them back. Just can't do enough. Looking at the Nats lineup, you can see there the catcher Avila with 3 hits. 3 home runs is a total by the Nats. Soto continuing his hot start, batting .347. Must be nice to not have to face Turner as he had the day off, but it still didn't matter. You're able to put up the runs. You can see Weaver 5 hits over 5 innings, 4 runs allowed. Corbin 6 over 6 in the third, 3 runs allowed, but the bullpen came in and did not allow a base runner to reach base for the remainder of the game. As the Nats moved to 8-5 on the season, the D-backs dropped to 5-8. And we'll take a look at one more matchup. The Rockies shut out by the LA Dodgers, so now the series moves to LA, and without the Coors effect, they are not able to get the dub. 5 hits by the Rockies, 1 extra base hit, and that was a double by Hilliard. You look at the Dodgers, they're going to get hits, and they're going to get a lot of them. So you look at the Rockies had 5 hits in total. The Dodgers had 5 extra base hits in total. They had 9 hits altogether, 2 home runs, 1 by the better Seager. Belly also had a triple. Betts even pitching in with the double. Oh, Belly batting .367 off to a great start so far. Senzatella with the loss, 6 hits, 2 runs over those 6 innings, but Bard in the 8th did not help. Givens tried to shut the door, but couldn't keep the inherited runners from scoring. Bueller, dominant performance, 7 2/3, 5 hits, 2 walks, but 7 strikeouts, sub-2 ERA as the Dodgers continue their title defense. 11-2. The Rockies, surprisingly though, 6-7, not a bad start for a team that many seem to think would be at the bottom of the division. Not bad given, the loss of Nolan Arenado. And taking a look around the league at different box scores, we got the Red Sox absolutely obliterating the Twins, especially early on as they went 14-4. A grand slam by JD Martinez among one of the 4 home runs hit by Boston as they just put the work on the Twins pitching staff. You can see here at the bottom, boy, it started early and it just kept going. Finally, they were able to get some relief at the end, but they just beat up on the Twins, even though they lead the Central. It's a rough day at the plate or on the mound for those guys. Boston improves to 4-9. Then moving to the American League Central, we have Cleveland winning over the White Sox in 12. So Chicago, an opportunity to get back to 500. They can't get the win at home. They do force extras, and they do respond even again in the 10th, but they just weren't able to do it in the 12th. J-Ram for Cleveland, the big bat, 2 hits, 3 runs batted in, even draws a walk and stole a base. A little bit of everything for the young, hopeful superstar. Maybe they can pay this guy. And for the White Sox, top of the order, you got Madrigal and Eden both getting 2 hits, and Grandal with a solo shot. But they fall to 6-8 because they could not get back to 500. Heading down to Tampa. The base is loaded, but I fly out to left center, and the Rays take the loss. Texas a win. I don't think we'll see too many of those this year, but they do beat the Rays. An early run, a 2-run home run, put them up 2-0, and they're able to get out of a 9th inning jam to preserve the win. And speaking of late inning, let's also go into PNC Park as they face Mark Melanson and the San Diego Padres with runners on. And the pitch.
Swing and a fly ball, and that should be deep enough to end it. The catch is made. Here comes the winning run from third.
And obviously, you're not going to be able to get that one in there. The Pirates walk it off at arguably the best ballpark in MLB. Unfortunately, they don't have the product to be worthy of. But the Pirates do get a win. Get a win over the Padres. And now we'll take an early peek into what's going on in the standings. We'll focus on this a little more in future videos, since I'll be able to spend more time on it. But because especially because I don't have the standings up, let's take a look. So far, through 13 games, so almost approaching 10% completion through the season. Nats and Marlins tied at 8-5, lead the division. Everyone else under 500, but it's early in the season, you're not that far back. Mets and Braves 6-7, Phillies 5-8. We'll see the Phillies very soon. In the Central, 500 wins the division. Do I think it stays that way? Probably not, but this is where we sit. And you can look there, the Cardinals, we are tied for 4th, basically in last place. The runs scored. And runs allowed, yay. So obviously we need to score more runs, but only a game back. Milwaukee and Chicago tied for 1st. Pirates, one game under 500, and then we sit at the bottom with the Reds. Looking at the West, the Dodgers, as expected, off to a great start, 11-2, and also the Padres, as expected, right behind them at 8-6. The Giants playing 500 baseball, 6-6. Said the Rockies, everyone expects them to finish last so far, even though they're riding a 3-game losing streak. They are 6-7. D-backs fall at the back of the pack at 5-8. We'll ignore the wild card, doesn't matter, it's too early in the season. Just going to look at the standings in the division. You've got the Yankees leading the way 8-4. Blue Jays 8-6. Orioles 7-6. And the Rays and Red Sox coming in under 500, 6-7 and 4-9 respectively. In the Central, the Twins leading the way so far, hit double-digit wins first, 10-3. Cleveland 7-5. White Sox 6-8, just can't crack the 500. They were 6-6, but they lost 2 in a row. You've got the Tigers at 4-9, the Royals at 3-9, bringing up the rear as expected. And then lastly, the American League West, the A's and Astros 8-5 and 7-5. Angels also above 500 at 7-6. And then you have the Rangers 6-7, a little bit of a surprise. The Mariners are 4-9. Early in the season, but I just think that they have more talent than that record indicates. I can't see them finishing in last place in the division. And on that note, we'll call it. We won't pay attention to the Cardinal statistics today too much. We'll be playing some a little bit later. We're going to play through the series against the Philadelphia Phillies, so that will be 3 games there. Kim, Wayno, and Danny are respective starters. We will get Nola this time, so we will get their ace, Vince, and Chase Anderson. Not exactly guys that strike a lot of fear in you, but we can't hit, so that's a little bit of a problem. Maybe this will kind of get it going. Look at the ERA, 0.93, 213, and 1. Problem is we have to score, so we'll see if maybe we can have some better luck hitting today compared to what we did yesterday. There won't be a Strasburg and Scherzer, Corbin, Burns, so it should make things a little bit easier. Going forward, though, we'll get Strasburg, Corbin in the 4th for Washington, so we'll see that. But you see, for the rest of the month, they're going back on the road. We'll be back at home, and then definitely looking forward to that Pirates series, because that should hopefully turn things around. That said, I'll have another video out tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Make sure that you sub to the YouTube channel here so you can get notifications every time a new episode pops up in this series. Appreciate you watching. I will see you on the Twitch side. Enjoy your Sunday. Let's play ball. Go Cards.